Hello everyone, JoRaSe here, ready to get back into Blender on our game project that we're working on. So let's do that. And first off, we're not working in Blender anymore, we're working in Gamestudio. So I should correct that. But let's go ahead and switch over to the computer view. And here we are. So we want the Gamestudio folder, which popped up on the other screen. There we go. And we want to load up WED, the world editor, because this is where we're going to start. And what we're going to be doing is getting our test level built. And this isn't going to be a full game level. It's going to be super simplified, just one character model, one of the token letters, and a floor. And that will allow us to verify that we're doing things right in code in a couple of videos from now. So let's go ahead and create a new map by hitting this little paper icon up here. So this is what we have. Now let's go ahead and save it. And we want to make sure it's getting put in the folder we want it to be put into. So like before, let me just make sure. Okay, yes, that is the right folder. It's in the advanced blending hierarchy. Like before, I want to keep some of the stuff I'm working on under wraps until it's further along. Alright, so we're going to call this test level and save it. Now let's go ahead and put in a large cube, and we're going to scale this up a fair amount. Let's zoom out here. So let's switch from move to scale, and we're going to take it up on the y-axis by, because it was here at 1 large grid square, so let's take it up to 4 on either side. 2, 3, and 4. Now we're going to do the same on the X. So it's at 1, now we're going 2, 3, and 4. And let's take the Z down a little bit. Oh, but I clicked off it by accident, so let's reselect it. And now we're just going to pull down on the Z, get it about half either side of the axis line there. So that will do for that. Now we don't want our characters to be able to just fall off the sides here. So let's add in another block, another cube, and we'll go with medium this time. And now we're going to just stretch it out to the edges. It's me not having the right mode selected. Let's go about half. Let's see, let's get zoomed in here so we can actually, yeah, that looks good. So now we will go back into move and slide this one up. And then go ahead and pull it down. And let's pull it up on the Z a little bit. So there we go. Now let's copy and paste it, and we can rotate it. And here's an important thing to know about rotating in Gamestudio. When you're rotating around an axis, make sure it's the axis you want to rotate around. In this case, we want it to be going around the Z-axis. So clicking on the Z-axis and moving either right or left will cause it to rotate. And now we can go into move, and let's move it down on the Y, down on the Z, and over on the X. And now we're going to duplicate it again, or in this case, paste it. And we have our next part that we can just slide over. Slide down. And then slide down one more time. One last time. This time we'll copy this one and paste it. Pull it up all the way on the Y, and then slide it over on the X, and then up on the Z. And if we look at the 3D view, we see that we have what we want. A contained area to keep our character from falling off the edge. Let's deselect everything. And we see we have some stuff over here in the level. We have the blocks. And right now that's all we have. We have some stuff here, but these are presets for Game Editor. And then we have no textures, we just have default, which is just a stone wall. But we can use that Okay, there we go. So we can select these and apply that texture, and we see it show up over here. So now our walls have a decent texture. The floor brick, however, we're going to need something different. So let's open up Texture Manager, and we want to make a new WAD. Standard, wait, no. Let's try that again. Add WAD. standard. And this loads in a new WAD. And we have all these additional texture maps to work with. So let's go the grass here for the ground texture there. And there we go. We have our blocks textured. So now we want to bring in one character model. So we're going to go File, Import, Import from MDL files. And it's not going to be in WADs. Let me move this over so I can be sure going to the right folder here without giving stuff away. Let's just go to this view because I'm going to have to do a little bit of work here. Something's not acting like it should. Oh, that's probably why. Yeah, have things unchecked and things like to not work properly. Okay. Yeah, just had something checked that I didn't need to have checked. So now we can go back and here we are. So let's pull in the female character model. Pulling in the mesh and pulling in the skin. We want it to be added to the current group. Well, we could create a new group. Let's do it that way. And hit OK. And there she is. Let's just grab her and move her up. Like so. And we also want one of the keys or tokens. So let's go ahead and import that model. And this mesh text is a folder that Gamestudio uses. So we're not going to bother it. But we are going to pull in token A. And now this will be okay. Not quite sure about that. Everything worked. Okay, so we've got our character, we've got our token, we've got our border wall, and we've got our ground block. So now we can go ahead and save it again. And next thing we're going to do is go to File, Build Map. And what this is going to do is it's going to take everything and go ahead and set it up as a simple level map. So everything's tended to there. And now if we hit Run, it loads it, and we're below the viewing plane here. But let's see if we can. Okay, just got to rotate everything around. Get to where we can see everything, and there we are. So let's just give you a good look around here for what we're looking at, and got our rendered model there and our rendered character model here. And that's pretty much it for this session. So we've done what we wanted to do. Now the next thing we're going to look to do next time is generate the basic coding file that we can then add stuff into. And when we're adding stuff into it, then that is going to be able to be copied into the next one that we're actually making our game around. So this is a little testing ground that we built here. All right, everyone. Hope all that made sense. See you all next time. Hey everyone, hope you enjoyed the video you just watched. If you did, right here, let's move my head over. There we go. Right here is going to be another video in the future for the next in this particular series. And over here is going to be the previous video in this series, along with a subscribe button down below it. So feel free to give that a hit, and be sure to like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't. And let's see. Oh yeah, be sure to leave a comment. I'd appreciate knowing what your thoughts are. Until the next one, everyone.